Hello and welcome to this Learn at Home lesson. Today's lesson is the second history lesson in our Key Stage 2 Learn at Home lesson packs. On screen now you will see a list of things you'll need to take part. When the pause icon appears, take a moment to pause the video and think about the question that I've asked you. You can do this on your own, or if you're working with someone, you can discuss your ideas together. Do you have everything you need? Great! Let's get started. In this history lesson, we will be continuing to learn about the rebuilding of Britain after World War II ended. Today, we're going to consider ways in which the creation of the NHS improved the lives of people living in Britain. Do you know what the NHS is? What does it do? How does it work? Pause the video and take a moment to think about your ideas. If you're working with someone, you can talk about them together. The NHS, otherwise known as the National Health Service, was created in 1948. It was one of the first major achievements during the rebuilding of Britain in the post-war years. It promised free healthcare for everyone in Britain, whatever the type of care they needed, wherever they lived, and regardless of whether or not they could afford it. Britain's health in the 1940s was very different to the way it is today. Before the NHS, healthcare in Britain was limited, expensive in some cases, and very different from one part of the country to the next. It wasn't fair. Did you know more than 1 in 20 infants died before the age of 2? 1 in 15 children and adults died of tuberculosis. 98% of children under the age of 11 had tooth decay. And many young children died every year from easily treatable diseases such as pneumonia and bronchitis. The NHS was set up in a way that ensured everyone in Britain would start receiving better healthcare. Children in particular benefited. They were the group who were most at risk of getting ill and possibly dying because of illness before and during the war. How do you think the NHS was first created? What treatments and services did it offer? Take a moment to think about your ideas. How many of these did you think of or know of already? The NHS in 1948 was the start of the NHS that we know today. Hospitals were built all around the country, and health experts visited people at home to help them. Research was done on diseases and treatments, and vaccinations were given to protect against many of these diseases. Rules and standards were written for all medical professionals, and free prescriptions of drugs, glasses, dental treatment and hearing aids were given. Regular health screenings and checkups were carried out by GPs, and there was treatment for people with mental illnesses. The NHS in 1948 allowed free accommodation, surgery and other treatments as needed in hospitals, including specialised treatment for young children and mothers who were giving birth. The idea of free healthcare was so radical that many people didn't fully understand what they were going to be getting. The government sent out leaflets, put up posters, and sent people out to towns and villages to explain. This is a leaflet sent out before the NHS began. It explained the services offered and how to register to make sure you and your family could get treatment. Take a moment to have a look at the pictures on the screen. On the right, you can see some images of an NHS hospital today, and on the left, a picture taken in 1948. It shows Health Minister Aneurin Bevan, who helped create the NHS, visit a young girl in hospital. Do you notice the 2 nurses standing by him? Things have changed a lot since 1948. What differences do you notice? The NHS. Amazing achievements. Thanks to the NHS, Health in Britain has been transformed since the end of the Second World War. Due to NHS immunisation programmes, many diseases have been almost eradicated. Research programmes have led to amazing developments in treatments and surgery too. Here's just a few amazing NHS achievements. There have been fewer than 400 deaths per year due to tuberculosis in Britain today. All children are vaccinated against a range of diseases, including polio, measles, mumps, and many more. There has been a development of pioneering surgery techniques, including liver, kidney, heart transplants, hip replacements, and replacements of other joints. The creation of the organ donor register is another amazing achievement by the NHS. To begin with, every single service was completely free. This changed in the first few years after the NHS was created. To try and cope with the huge cost of the NHS, politicians have made many changes to the money it receives, the number of people working for it, and the services it offers. Not everyone agrees with these changes, though. Have a look at the picture on the slide. Many people have protested about changes to the NHS in the years since its creation, including these nurses who were protesting changes in 2012. Do you know some of these changes? How do you think the NHS is different today? That was a lot of information about the NHS, wasn't it? Was there anything that you learnt today that you didn't know before? Or did you notice any changes that have happened since 1948? We're going to find out what we're going to be doing today. Are you ready? Do you remember this leaflet from earlier? It was given out by the NHS to the people to make sure they understood what the NHS were going to offer, including services and treatments. Once you've read all that information, your task is to write down everything you've learnt about the treatments and services that the NHS offered. You can do this on this worksheet, or you can do it on a piece of paper if you prefer. If you prefer, you could write a paragraph all about the NHS and how it's changed since 1948. You could even draw a picture and illustrate the changes. If you're like me and you love to draw, you might like to design a poster all about the NHS in 1948. Make sure to include information about the services and treatment so that people will be able to understand what they'd be getting. Thank you so much for joining me today for this Learn at Home lesson. If you want to find out more information about this lesson or any others in our series, look at the description below the video. If you've stumbled across this video and have not heard of PlanBee before, stick around to find out more about how we can support you with learning at home. We have a range of fantastic resources and activities, all available on our website, planbee.com.
For more information, advice and resources for learning at home, search for PlanBee or visit planbee.com. The Home Education page is packed with information about how we can help you with teaching your children at home. As well as thousands of premium resources, including the Learn at Home lesson packs which accompany these videos, there are hundreds of free resources available to download as well. Don't forget to check the links and information in the description below this video for other ways in which PlanBee can help you with learning at home.